Hello students. Okay. Hi students. Good afternoon. Today we are here to tell you about the 24th Feb Shift to paper analysis student. Okay sir. From morning onwards we are receiving a huge amount of questions that when you are going to explain chemistry.
Exactly. Many of the students were messaging us that, sir, when are you gonna post the shift to chemistry solutions? But we did take time, but the only reason for us taking the time was that we provide you the authentic question solutions, so that you can compare your performance of your exam, as well as you can tell yourself that where you have lagged, where you have performed very well.
That is the reason student, that is the reason we are taking a little bit time, but we are receiving a huge amount of messages that when you are going to explain shift to paper, when you are going to explain shift to paper. Here we are students. So without wasting any sort of time, let us see the question analysis. Okay sir.
Sure.
Thank you. Okay students, if you see the first question in chemistry, the first question itself is an interesting question students. So what they have given here, they are asking us compare the rate of aromatic nucleophilic substitution reaction of the following compounds. So they have given here 4 compounds, and in the 4 compounds they are asking us the rate of aromatic nucleophilic substitution reaction students. So if you want to know the rate of aromatic substitution reaction, the first step, that is the nucleophilic addition itself will decide the rate of the chemical reaction student. Yes, the nucleophile attack only. Why? Because here if you observe students, the nucleophile will come and attack this position. At that time, this attack of nucleophile disturbs the aromaticity of the benzene ring. So immediately if you see, if you observe a bond, it will deviate to this compound. Then immediately what will happen? This bond will shift to this carbon, and the next moment itself again the bonds will be back into their position. At that time the leaving group will be Cl students. The leaving group will be Cl. So the attack of nucleophile, that is the rate determining step students. So if you see here students, what exists here? Yes, in the 4th compound you can see 3 NO2 groups, whereas in the third carbon you can see 2 NO2 groups, and in the second carbon you can see 1 NO2, that is in the ortho position, and here in the first carbon it is just simply a chlorobenzene. So if you see here students, from these 4 options, NO2, concentrate on NO2 students here. What is NO2? NO2 is a electron withdrawing group. Students, you have to focus more on these electron withdrawing groups and electron donating groups. Why? Because electron withdrawing groups will give some type of reactions, whereas electron donating group will give exactly opposite of those reactions. So keep on practicing, because tomorrow's paper will definitely, you will get one more question, or you can get a similar question from this type of question students. So that I am telling you students, the students those are writing tomorrow's JEE exam, please students focus on these bits, because this can help you a lot. Okay students, so now if you see here, what is that? Yes, in the 4 options, which one you will select here? Yes, they are asking the rate of reaction students. So if you see here students, what is happening here? Yes, 4 greater than, 3 greater than, 2 greater than 1. Why 4 is heavy? Why 4's rate of reaction is very high? Because here there are 3 NO2 groups. So the withdrawing nature will be very high students, because this will have more amount of positive charge. So the nucleophile will directly go and attack the carbon, and when it is rearranging, chlorine will pass away students. Whereas if you see here, there are 2 NO2 groups, so it will come second. If you see here there is 1 NO2, it will come as third students. And if you observe here, though no electron withdrawing groups are there, so this will come as least students. That is the reason. If you see, the answer is what students? The answer is 4. So in this type of questions, the main focus you have to keep on is about electron withdrawing group and electron donating group students. Here I am not only discussing about the question analysis, I am suggesting for the students, those who are writing for tomorrow's and upcoming JEE examination students, because the concepts, whatever you have to focus, these are the eye openers to you. So you have to focus on this type of topics, so that you can perform well in the coming JEE examination students. Okay students, so here is the answer students, and this is the answer. What students? The rate 4 greater than, 3 greater than, 2 greater than and 1, and the option is 4 students. Okay, next. Next, if you see what they are asking here, yes, which of the following set of reagent used to convert nitrobenzene to 1,3 dibromobenzene? Again, a question on conversions here. So if you see here, this is a great question in my point of view. Why? Because in organic chemistry, if a questions come from convergence, it is testing you. It is because to test you, students, to test your basic knowledge and to test you. So if you see here, students, what they are asking here, yes, they are asking that when nitrobenzene, what is nitrobenzene? Now what they are saying, they are reacting them in the presence of Br2. Then what you will get, students? You will get this compound. Yes. Now what they are reacting with? Yes, students. If you observe here, they are reacting with tin chloride or NaNO2, or they are shown here HNO2. So if you see here, students, if you observe very carefully, NO2 will convert into NH2 by using what? By using tin HCl, students. By using tin HCl, NO2 is converted into NH2. So it is also one of the famous reaction, students. Now NH2 is converted to disonium salt. Now NH2 is converted to disonium salt by reacting with NaNO2. By reacting with NaNO2, that is N2 plus and Cl minus. Now if you see here, students, if you remember the Sandmeyer reaction, you can check in our previous videos. We have done the previous videos only on Sandmeyer reaction and its detailed mechanism. That will help you a lot, students. So if you see here, what is happening? When you react them with CuBr, then N2 will go out and you will get 1,3 dibromobenzene. So how are you getting that? Yes, the first thing that you are doing is reacting with in the presence of Br2 and Fe catalyst. Now the second thing you are doing is making them to react with tin HCl, and the third thing you are doing is reacting with them with the presence of NaNO2, and the fourth thing you are doing is CuBr. So guess the answer, students. The answer is nothing but yes. What you are doing here? Br2 Fe, SnCl, NaNO2 and CuBr. This is to give even more great quality to you. That is why we are taking so much time to explain it, students, because we are here and we are coming up, even though these are memory based questions, we are coming with in front of you with high amount of genuinity, and we are giving you a reliable question so that you can trust us, students. Okay, now if you see here, yes, this is NO2, NH2 and N2Cl and Br, students. So the answer is this, and the option is what, student? The option is option 2 is correct, students. Option 2 is correct. Okay, students, next. So if you see here, this is a direct question, student. Direct. These type of questions, it is a jackpot. But the thing is, students, see, 50% you can score and 50% chances of losing the marks is also very high. Until and unless you know the concept. Because students, if you observe, these are the questions that are coming from drugs. Okay, students. So if you want to get marks on the particular topics, please read with a lot of command, students. You have to get some command on each and every point. Why? Because if you see here, what they asked about morphine, they asked about norethindrone, and they asked about vitamin B12. Sir, why you are not discussing about valium? If you see here, yes, students, there is a reason for that. Why? Because vitamin B12, the deficiency here is pernicious anemia. Whereas morphine is a analgesic, whereas norethindrone is a norethindrone is a anti-fertility drug. It is used as a anti-fertility drug. So here in this question, they have given two concepts here. As I tell you regularly, in chemistry, if you see, students, if for name itself it is a single question, but in the single question at least 2 to 3 concepts will lie on that. So if you see here, they have given what happens with the deficiency. At the same time, they have asked about their working function also. So if you see here, yes, students, morphine is worked as an anti-fertility drug, whereas norethindrone is worked as a anti-fertility drug, and morphine is worked as a analgesic, and valium is worked as a tranquilizer, students. Valium is worked as a tranquilizer. So if you see here, students, yes, I'll write clearly, wait. Vitamin B12, pernicious ammonia, morphine, analgesic, and norethindrone is anti-fertility drug, and valium is a tranquilizer, students. So these are the direct, but the thing is, student, as I told you, two concepts has been given in that, and you have to concentrate on the two concepts, students. Not only two concepts, you have to concentrate on the whole chapter, so that without leaving any point of, if you study that, then you will get a lot of command on the concept, students. Once you get the command on the concept, then solving this type of questions is very, very easy, students, because chances of getting +4 is high. At the same time, losing will also have the same priority, students, because if you done one wrong, gone, you are going to lose the mark, students. So please be careful when you are attempting this type of questions. So if you see here, what is the option, students? Here A, R. If you see here, A is R, only one option you have given, students, and the option is option A. Okay, students. Next, what's the question? How many of the following amines can be prepared by Gabriel Thalamide? Okay, students, if you observe this, you know, students, what is happening here? Yes, this question is a multiple choice, multiple answer questions. More than one question is correct, one option is correct, students. So if you observe here, one statement I will tell you to make this concept very, very easy. That is, Gabriel Thalamide is made for only aliphatic amines, students. Only aliphatic amines. So if you see in this, which one is aryl amine, students? Yes, second one is aryl amines. Means this cannot involve in the Gabriel synthesis. Why? Because Gabriel Thalamide synthesis. Why? Because, students, whatever the anion that has been formed in the Gabriel synthesis, this aryl benzene cannot form a compound with that. That is the reason, students. It is a general statement. Aryl amines cannot involve in this alamide synthesis. So basing on that general point, they have created a question, students, here. So if you see here, yes, this can form, and this can form. So you have three correct options in that. You have three correct options. Why? Because here it is ethylamine, here it is, but here see here, here one phenyl group is there. Directly an amine is not connected to the phenyl group. First it has been connected to a CH2 group. So that is the reason it can perform and it can take place, students. And if you see here, both options are same only, students. So the maximum probability of the answer lies in 3, students. Okay. Next. Yes, students, that is why the option is 3. Means you have 3 correct options in this, students. Next. Next. Yes, students. How many times you are getting this word, students? Have you observed this? Yes, diazonium salt. Diazonium salt. If you observe this, then you can understand the importance of the diazonium salt, because aniline is converted to N2 plus Cl minus, that is nothing but diazonium salt in the presence of NaNO2. Remember this point, student. The student, those who are preparing for coming JEE examination, please concentrate on the diazonium salt. Okay, students. So if you see what they are asking, diazonium salt of which of the following will give colored dye on reaction with beta naphthol with NaOH? What is the answer? Yes, students. If you observe here, these type of things in the previous question, what we discussed, aryl amines cannot undergo Gabriel Thalamide synthesis, whereas in this question, the compound that which can form dye is aryl amine only. The option 4 is correct, students. See the type they are asking you the questions. See the strategies they are playing with you. Okay, students. If you see here, students, here in the previous example we neglected this. Now we are focusing on this aryl amine. Why? Because aryl amine is the compound that can form colored dye on reaction with beta naphthol in NaOH, students. Because this aniline, when you make it react with NaNO2, it will produce diazonium salt. It will produce what, students? It will produce diazonium salt when it reacts with NaNO2. So if you see here, what is happening, students? N2 plus Cl minus. Now this N2Cl minus will react with beta naphthol. Now what will happen, students? Now this can form a this compound, students. This can be done only by aryl amine. So focus, students, focus. Students, those are writing for tomorrow JEE exam, this is for you. So please concentrate very much on this disonium reaction, students. Okay, next. Yes, students, only aromatic primary amines will give the diacetyl, and I told you the reason behind that test, students. Okay, next. Next, students, yes, one more interesting question on that. Question 6, what is the correct statement here? So students, if you see here, again this is a one or more option right question here. So if you see here what they are saying, they have given 4 options to you, and if you observe, students, these are direct questions basing on Bohr's theory, Bohr's atomic model theory. What Bohr is saying that, yes, Bohr is saying that kinetic energy is directly proportional to the atomic square of atomic number and inversely proportional to the n, that is principal, sorry students, that is main shell, inversely proportional to square of the main shell. So according to the statement, you can say the first option is right. Direct statements, direct statements. And if you see the second option here, what they are saying, n and velocity, product of velocity and n directly proportional to z, not z square. So this option is wrong. Yes, students. Next, if you see, frequency directly proportional to z power cube and n square, not n cube. So this answer is also wrong, students. Then what is that? What is the last one? Will it be correct or not? Electrostatic force. If you see, we can solve this, students. What is that? How is that? F is equal to Q1 by Q2 by R. You know R. What is R? A naught n square by Z, students. A naught n square by Z. What is Q1? Z E into what is Q2? E by R square. A naught n square by Z. Yes, students. Now n square means R square means what you will get, students? A naught n power 4 by Z square. So if it goes up, what will happen, students? That is Z cube. I will write only option here. Z cube by n power 4. Z cube by n power 4. What you got? Exactly what they said you got. So what is the answer here? Yes, A and D are correct. So the option 1 is correct, students. Option 1 is correct. So if you know, if you are confident to solve this derivation part, then you are getting +4 very easily, student. Means something. See, students, if you know the equations, because I am neglecting here A naught because it is a constant term, and I am neglecting here E square because the answer, that is electrostatic force, is directly proportional to cube of atomic number divided by n shell power of 4, students. So the option A and D are correct. Next. So this is the calculation part, students. You can focus on that. I am telling you, students, these are to make you very simplify. Not only we are caring about the student that you have written a JEE examination, but we are caring about the students that are going to write the JEE examination, also, students. So please focus more, students. Okay. Next. Yes. What is S in Buna S? We already know that it is a very level 1 question, students, and very easy. If you know the answer, you can take directly, students. Yes. Now, if you see Buna S is a combination of buta 1,3 diene and styrene. So with the combination, what I am getting here? Yes, Buna S is the combination of buta 1,3 diene and styrene. This is buta 1,3, that is 1,3 butadiene, and this is styrene, students. With the combination, I am getting Buna S. So if you see here in Buna S, what is yes? Nothing but styrene. What is yes? Nothing but styrene, students. So for these questions, no need to waste time, students. You won the jackpot and you got a easy question. So to score +4 marks in JEE, students. So the answer is nothing but 2. Yes, students. Next. Yes. Now again, by seeing organic reactions, many of the students will think that, oh, something I am going to lose. Never think that, students. If you follow our videos, then you are going to crack very easy. And this question, I will tell you one shortcut that you can go into solve within 30 seconds. If you see here what they asked, yes, double bond O. Focus, students, focus. Double bond O, when it is react with NH2 and H2, hydrazine, you will get hydrazone. You will get oxime, students, or you will get oxime. Now, when you are making oxime to react with a base, what you get, students? In the place of a double bond O, carbonyl compounds, you are going to get alkane. And what reaction? It is a famous reaction that is called Wolff-Kishon reduction. Now let me explain the derivation, students, here. What they are saying here? They are saying nothing but, if you see here, students, This is the structure, and what they have given here, they have given double bond O. Now what you are doing, you are making them to react with NH2 and NH2. What you are going to get? You are going to get N double bond, double bond N NH2. Now what is happening, student? Now you are reacting with a base. Now what this base will do? This base will abstract this hydrogen. So immediately after the steps, what will happen, students? Now what is happening, students? As nitrogen is that H is attracted, what will happen, students? Now this bond will shift here and the hydrogen will move to this side, students. Now what will happen here? Yes, if you see here, N double bond N, H you will get, and here you will get negative charge. So this negative charge abstracts the hydrogen, students. And in one more step, again the H will go to this side and nitrogen will go as N2, and you will get H, and you will get H. So what is the correct answer? The correct answer is this, students, because this cannot form that, this cannot form that, and this cannot form that. Sorry, students, this cannot form that, and sorry, some technical issue. Let me check the mic. Can you hear me, students? Yes, I think you can hear me. Okay, now okay, students, now if you see, the option is, the exact option is option 1. Why? Because this is the reason. And if you want to know the direct answer, that is, it's Wolff-Kishon reduction of carbonyl compounds. In one word, if you say, we see, no, it is not necessary to do the entire mechanism, but the thing is, students, you are not preparing for only this concept here. Okay, students, you have to focus on each and everything, because in this today's exam they are asking on this question, but it doesn't mean that tomorrow they will ask you the exact question. That's why you, basing on this concept, you have to cover at least 10 to 20 questions on the same concept. Then you are very ready for the exam, students. Okay, next. Yes, students, next if you see what they are asking here. Yes, BOD is the parameter that can be helpful for survival of aquatic life. And the second statement they have given is optimum value of BOD is 6.5 ppm, students. So if you see here, students, what is BOB? Biochemical oxygen demand. Yes, students, oxygen is required for aquatic life. So as I tell you, these are the important points in this question. That is, unpolluted water contains 1 milligram per liter, whereas moderate water contains 2 to 8 milligram per liter, and untreated water contains 200 to 600 milligram per liter, and municipal water contains 20 milligram per liter. This biochemical oxygen demand will help you to understand how much oxygen has to be dissolved in the water. That is helpful for the aquatic life, students. This is very, very important. And in this question, if you see, yes, BOD is a parameter that can help you for the survival of aquatic life, but the second statement is wrong, students. So the answer is statement 1 is true, but statement 2 is false. Next. Yes, students, which of the following compound cannot be prepared by reaction? What reaction? Yes, of alkyne with HgSO4 and dilute H2SO4. If you see here, students, this can possible, this can possible, this cannot be possible, but this can be possible. How and why? If you observe, students, here, they are saying alkyne, but they didn't give which type of alkyne it is. So if you have this alkyne, CH triple bond CH, and when you use this reagent, what is the product, students? Here you will get CHOH, and here you will get H. If you rearrange this, what will happen, students? This bond will go, this hydrogen will come to this side. So what you will get? CH3 CHO you can get, students. CH3 CHO. Yes, students, and if you see here, if you use this, that is, sorry, yes, that is CH3 CH3 triple bond CH3. If you use this product, the compound that you will get is this, students. Then if you use any C triple bond CH, the compound that you will get is this, students. But you cannot get this compound. Why? Because if you see here, students, yes, if you take this CH3CCH, you are not going to get an aldehyde, you are going to get an ketone. by using this HgSO4 and dilute sulfuric acid, you are going to get ketone instead of aldehyde. So this product is highly impossible. So if you know the proper reason, if you can draw these structures, then you can easily going to get the answer, students. So it is just to know what reaction will come. Students, what reaction you can expect. If you know how to expect, if you know what to do, then it is very easy, students. Okay, next. Yes, students, the correct bond angle and shape of I-3 is dash. Yes, it is very genuine. It is very easy question, level 1 question, students. Okay, students, I hope live chat is not working. I think many of the students are messaging, but I think today there is a little bit glitch in the technical issue, students. Don't worry, you keep on doing messages. Okay, students, you keep on respond. Once it's solved, I think every message I can see that. And if you have any doubts also, you post on that, students, because many of the students are asking since yesterday. They are asking about the shift to paper. Sorry for the delay, students, but here we are now, and we are coming in front of you with a lot of genuinity, students. You can trust us, and you can trust these questions, students. Even though they are memory based questions, you can trust us because we have collected from this. We are collected these questions from you only, students. Some students helped us to give some memory questions, students. Okay, don't worry about that. These are some reliable questions only. You can trust us, students, and you can get the good answers from that. Okay, now you can see it, students. Yes, the correct bond angle and shape of I3 minus is what? Yes, students, it is a general question. It is a general question because altogether it contains 22 electrons. And if you see here, students, yes, this I3 will be present in the shape of linear, and this central I3 will have 3 lone pairs, students. It has 3 lone pairs, and the 2 I will present like this, and the bond angle is 180 degrees, students. So it is linear and the bond angle is 180 degrees. It cannot form a 120 degrees and the V shape, students. Okay, general and direct question, you can see the answer here. It is general and it is direct question. In case if they ask for hybridization, you can concentrate on this because this is sp3d hybridization, students. Okay, next, which of the following is incorrect? Yes, students, these type of questions are very important, and if you see here, yes, you have to trust on the options also here, because simply you should not trust the options here. Yes, the first one, CrO3 is amphoteric. What is amphoteric? The one which can act as a base and act as well as an acidic. So CrO3 is amphoteric, that is correct. Then what is rhodium tetroxide? It is oxidizing agent. If you see here, VOSO4, that is vanadinyl sulfate, that is also a reducing agent, students, because that will present in the +4 oxidation state. But if you see here, ruby appears due to the presence of CO3 plus. Yes, this is a typical question. Even though it looked like a simpler question, it is a typical question. Why? Because you will not expect they are going to ask on the concept called ruby. Yes, students, actually what happens is ruby will give this type of thing, that is how you are getting ruby in the presence of CO plus 3. No, you are not going in the presence of CO plus 3. It is because of Cr3 plus. Why? Because I will tell you the reason also. Aluminium are replaced with this Cr plus 3 ion, students. That is the reason, because if you see here, students, if just 1% of the Al3 plus ions replaced with Cr plus, the mineral becomes deep red in color and it is known as ruby. So you are getting a red color here. What is the reason behind the red color? Yes, students, the red color is not due to the presence of CO plus 3. I am explaining you each and every option here. Why? Because in the next coming examination, they can change the options and they can give what is the reason for the formation of red color in a ruby. So at that time, you should not remember the option here. You have to remember the reason behind every option here. Okay, students? Okay, the option is nothing but, yes, students, the option is nothing but 4. 4 is the incorrect statement.
Students have become impressed.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Many are commenting.
Thank you, sir. I think actually we have a small glitch in that. Okay, students, now I think the comments are flowing.
Yes,
okay, you can comment your doubts also. And students, one more important thing I forgot to tell you that, yes, students, This Skyget is not only providing you this question analysis, but they are going to provide you the, already we have done actually that 90 classes by excellent IIT faculty. Means, see, excellent, yes, I am very confident to say myself as an excellent student. Yes, yes student, yes. Now you can see students, we have completed the entire crash course syllabus for especially you students. And one more thing, we are having this after class practice session, and we are also having the unlimited all India live test students. You know what is the usage of unlimited all India live test? You can go and you can perform the live test. There you can know about yourself. So once you are knowing about yourself, you know what you will get. You will understand where you are, at what level you are, and there you will get individual analysis and comparative analysis students. So individual analysis you can know about yourself, and in comparative analysis you can know about at what position you are in all over India students. That will help you to know about yourself more. Okay students, so please students, please follow all these videos, because I am telling you the word please, because not about myself here. I am worrying about yourself and I am caring about yourself. Trust me students, if you once log in into this app, then you can find not only this one feature students, amazing feature students, amazing. Yes students, trust me. Next, you see here students, and one more thing, yes students, you are whatever you are seeing on the screen, it is for, see students, why I am laughing, you know the reason behind that. Yes, after telling all these things, I can tell you that it is of some cost or something like that. But if you see here, yes students, you have to believe me, all are for free students. Yes, free now. Those are free and you can utilize them for free students. It is accessible to everyone, those who have interest and those who are willing to crack the JEE NEET examination, JEE examination students. Okay students, follow the app and you are going to get the amazing features in the Skyget app students. And now I am handovering my mic to my colleague Karan sir. Karan sir, please.
Sure.
Karan sir, I have received an amazing response from my students, and now it's your turn, and I am feeling very excited sir, because we are giving a valuable information to the students.
Exactly.
And I am very happy, and I am very selfly I am very happy sir, very happy.
Sure.
Now it's your turn sir. Yes, I am holding the pen, I am giving the pen to you, and I am, students, give me a minute, I will hand over the mic to the sir. Okay. Okay students, now Karankar is going to explain the remaining part of the question analysis students. Okay, and we are receiving very fabulous and very huge response from the comment section. We are very thankful students, and I am handovering the mic to sir. Okay sir, continue sir.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. So students, I know you must be waiting for my section also, that as you would have gone through the questions, Srinivasan sir would have covered most of the organic part, right? He is fond of organic, you know. He is one of the premium teacher with us who knows how to solve the organic questions and how to make them very simple in explaining the concepts. Okay, let's go to my section. Okay, so now let's go to the first question. The question is, which of the following is the order of melting point is correct? Means, which of the following order of melting point is correct? Now in this question we have 4 compounds: LIF, LICL, NaCl and MgO. Okay, and we have to compare the melting point of these two and these two. Now if we very briefly and if we very carefully observed these 4 compounds, all these 4 compounds are ionic compounds. Ionic compounds, okay. But in the case of ionic compounds, we need to know that their strength, their melting point, all these factors, they depends upon the lattice energy of these ionic compounds. Now
It means to understand the melting point, to get to know what is the correct order of the melting point, we need to understand the lattice energy of these 4 ionic compounds, and then we can compare it. Now let's have a very brief discussion regarding what is lattice energy. Okay, so lattice energy is actually the energy which is required to break a ionic compound, that is suppose LiCl, in its solid form. The lattice energy is the energy which is required to break 1 mole of LiCl into its constituent gaseous ions, that is Li gaseous plus Cl minus gaseous. Okay, so this is the lattice energy equation as well as lattice energy explanation. Now what I need to know is that on what factors the lattice energy depends. Now the lattice energy of any ionic compound depends upon 2 factors. First factor is the charge on the individual anion as well as cation, and the second factor is the distance between the anion center as well as cation center. How? Let's see. We can denote this lattice energy by using E. How? E equals K times Z1 Z2 upon R plus R minus. Here K is a constant and Z1 and Z2, these are the 2 charges, these are the charges upon cation as well as anion. Okay, and R plus and R minus are the ionic radius of cation as well as anion. This is the basic formula of lattice energy. Okay, now let's get on to solve the equation, or we can say solve the problem with respect to melting point arrangement. Now we know, let's take the example LiF and LiCl. Now in case of LiF and LiCl, we know lithium is the common cation, so we will take the anion F minus and Cl minus. Now in the case of F minus and Cl minus, we see that the charge on both the ions is same, -1 and -1. Now, but one thing we need to understand, we need to notice is that the size, the ionic radius of Cl minus is very high. Very high means it's bigger. The Cl minus, the ionic radius of Cl minus is bigger than ionic radius of F minus. That we know because Cl is having larger size as compared to the fluorine atom. Okay, here we have ion, so chloride ion is having higher size or larger ionic radius as compared to the fluoride ion, and we know that lattice energy depends upon the sum of ionic radius inversely. So here if we have chlorides larger size, it means the lattice energy of compound containing chloride ion is lower as compared to the lattice energy of compound containing fluoride. It means LiCl, lattice energy of LiCl is less than lattice energy of fluoride. Reason I told you. Another thing is that as I told you earlier, that lattice energy is the energy which is required to break 1 mole of ionic solid into its constituent gaseous ions. Okay, so higher is the energy required, it means higher is the strength between the ions of this ionic compound. Okay, so this means this is the order of lattice energy. So the similar fashion will be followed by the melting point. The reason I have told you, because of the higher lattice energy. So for the melting point, LiCl is less than LiF. Okay, this is one explanation regarding the LiF and LiCl. Let's go to the second group of the compounds which are given here. We are given NaCl and MgO. Now in the case of NaCl and MgO, we see when we break this compound or when we dissociate the ionic compound into its constituent anions, it forms Na plus plus Cl minus. Okay, you see there is one plus charge and one minus charge, and we know the lattice energy E is directly proportional to Z1 ka product and Z2 product. It means E is directly proportional to 1 into 1 is equal to 1 in this case of NaCl, whereas in the case of MgO, you see when we dissociate this ionic compound into its gaseous anion as well as cation, we get Mg2 positive plus O2 negative. Now here the charge on Mg is 2 positive, on the oxygen is 2 minus. It's a magnesium ion as well as this is oxide ion. And in the case of this MgO, lattice energy E is equal to modulus of 2 into modulus of minus 2, which is equal to which is of the factor of 4. So here the lattice energy we see is 4 times the lattice energy of MgO based on the charge is 4 times greater than the lattice energy of NaCl. It means the lattice energy of MgO is greater than NaCl, which ultimately implies that melting point of MgO is greater than melting point of NaCl. Okay, so we have this point, LiCl is less than LiCF, okay, and we have MgO greater than NaCl. Let's see which is the correct answer here. As we discussed the whole concept, LiF is greater than LiCl and MgO is greater than NiCl of the lattice energy based concept. Here the charge are same, here the charge dominates over size as we have discussed, okay, and the answer is C, third key, this one. I hope you guys would have understood the concept. If not, just comment me so that I can take this whole equation of the melting point again and I can again help you in understanding this concept. Let's go to the second question. The second question says that we are given the 3 compounds FeCl4. Now here we are given the FeCl4 compound, we are given the cobalt oxalate compound, ion, here we have manganate ions, permanganate ion, okay. Now we need to see the spin only magnetic moment of these 3 complexes, okay. Let's start with the FeCl4. Just pay attention guys, so that you get to know how to solve such kind of questions so that you can get the answers very quickly. Now we need to know the charge on the central atom in the case of finding the magnetic momentum. Here in the case of FeCl4, the central atom is iron. So we need to find the charge on it. How? X minus 4 is equal to minus 2, X is equal to 4 minus 2, X is equal to 2. And here it is positive 2. It means in the case of iron we have Fe2 positive charge. Okay, now we need to know, we have the electronic configuration of iron, which is 3d6 4s2. When I say the electronic configuration, it is the outer shell electronic configuration. Okay, now in this case when we have 3d6 4s2, the electrons are present in the orbitals in this fashion. Okay, here 6 electrons in the D, 2 electrons on the S, and when we say it is Fe2 plus, what happens is that these 4 2 electrons will escape and the 4s orbital will be a vacant one, 4s 3d. Now what we observe is that there are 4 unpaired electrons in the Fe2 positive ion. Okay,
we represent the unpaired electrons by n. So in the case of Fe2 positive, or in the case of FeCl4 complex compound ion, the unpaired electrons in the case of Fe2 positive is 4. Now the important thing which I didn't tell you yet, that to find the spin only magnetic moment, we are already having a direct formula. The formula is Z is equal to square root of n plus 2. I think it's donated by Z or something, but let's say it's donated by magnetic moment m dot m. For our own convenience, magnetic moment is equal to square root of n into n plus 2. N is here 4. Put the 4, square root of 4 into 4 plus 2 is equal to what we get, square root of 24, which comes out to be very close to the 4.9 value. Okay, this is about the FeCl4 compound ion. Okay, so we got the magnetic moment of FeCl4. Now what we need to do is that we need not to solve all the options. We need to solve all the options when such kind of questions comes in your board exams, okay, or in the case of tests, class tests, or the periodic tests. We are here solving the JEE Main exam. Here you need to use your mind, use your presence, and then you need to devise the ways to eliminate options by looking at the answers you get. See, you have got the one option here. What you can do is that based upon this point or based upon this answer, you can eliminate all the other options. In all other options, FeCl4's magnetic moment is not 4.9, it's only in the first one. It's only in the first one that magnetic moment of FeCl4 is 4.9. In all other case, it's different one. So we can directly eliminate all the other options, and we can directly tick the first option to be the correct one. Okay, let's see what is the right answer. Key first one. Okay, so the right answer is this one only. Now another important point, many of you guys would be asking me, sir, can you please explain me the how to find the magnetic moment of this also as well as this one also. So guys, just wait. Right now we are just covering the JEE Main papers so that you get to know how to approach, okay, how to approach the questions in the exam. Solving the questions is not a big deal, but approaching the questions in the exam and getting the answer, getting the right answer within a very quick span of time is the very important thing regarding the exams, regarding the JEE Mains. So what I taught you is that elimination trick. Okay, just follow it right now. In the coming time, after the JEE is over, after the JEE Mains is over, we will be coming up with the detailed explanation of all the questions which have come up in the JEE Mains exams this year for the chemistry section. You will get to know each and every concept, each and every question's detailed answer, and all the background history story of these points. Okay, let's go to the next topic, or we can say next question. Now the question says we are having 3 compounds, alpha sulfur, alpha sulfur, beta sulfur, and S2. Now we are having 3 compounds here. It asks us find how many are pragmatic. Sorry, not pragmatic, paramagnetic. Paramagnetic means indirectly it is asking us in all of these 3 compounds, in which compound there are unpaired electrons present. Okay, now let's take the example of first S2. In the case of S2, whenever there is in the case of sulfur S2, the molecular orbital formation takes place. Okay, and in the case of S2, in the outermost shell, or we can say the outermost electronic shell configuration of S2 is 3p6, sorry, which one to use, okay, like that, is 3p2, having 2 unpaired electrons into its p subshell. into its bonding molecular orbital p subshell 1 1. Now these two electrons are what? Unpaired. Okay, so directly it gives the answer. This is paramagnetic. Now in the case of alpha sulfur and in the case of beta sulfur, these are the cyclic compounds, so we can say S8 compound which forms ring structures. Now these are very stable and all of the shells orbitals in S8 ring are completely filled and in pairs. It means it is totally a diamagnetic molecules, or we can say compounds. Okay, let's see the right answer. Yes, as we discussed, alpha and beta sulfur have diamagnetic properties like S2, like O2. In the case of S2 also, we have unpaired electrons, hence it is paramagnetic. Okay, now let's go to the next question. Now this question is quite theoretical, okay, but the concept is very important. Important in the sense, here we will get to know 2 or 3 important concepts with respect to the coagulation. Okay, how? Let's go to the question and then I will tell you. Kaise? The question says that which of the following can be used for clotting of blood very efficiently. Now clotting of blood, let's talk a bit discussion about the blood. Now blood is what? Blood is a kind of negatively charged soul. Now blood is a kind of negatively charged soul. Now what are the souls? So a soul is a colloid. It's a type of colloid in which the small solid particles are present in continuous liquid medium. Okay, so this is soul definition. So now we get to know what is soul. Now we get to know blood is negatively charged soul. Okay, question is clotting of blood. Kaun sa, which compound will do it effectively? Now we know that in these questions, for solving the question with respect to the coagulation, we apply what? Hardy-Schulze rule. Now this rule says that, what does this rule says? This rule says that to coagulate any ion in an electrolyte, the coagulation property of any electrolyte depends upon the ion charge, that is the amount of charge on its coagulating ion. Getting the point? How? Now we have the blood clotting. Okay, so blood is a negatively charged soul. Blood is a negatively charged soul. Okay, so to coagulate or to neutralize, we can say to coagulate the blood or negatively charged soul, we require a positively charged coagulating ion. Okay, what we require is that positively charged coagulating ion. We need a positively charged coagulating ion. Okay, another thing important is that higher is the positive charge on the coagulating ion, more efficiently and more in a better way it can do the clotting of blood. Okay, so let's see the options we have. First option we have sodium bicarbonate. Here the coagulating ion is sodium and the charge on it is 1 plus. In the case of FeCl3, the charge on this is 3. In the case of FeCO4, FeSO4, ferrous sulfate, charge on it is 2. In the case of MgHCO32, charge is 2. as I told you earlier, if the charge on the coagulating ion is higher, it will have more efficient way of clotting the blood. From our explanation, we get the FeCl3. Okay, let's see what is the right answer. B, FeCl3. Okay, I hope you got the explanation properly, and in case you don't understand, in case you didn't understand the concept yet, okay, just comment me so that I can take it again. Let's go to the next question. The explanation is the same one. Blood is a negatively charged soil, therefore according to the Hardishius rule, Fe3 plus cation have highest coagulation power, therefore FeCl3 can be used for clotting of blood efficiently, as I discussed and as I explained to you properly. Same is the thing here. Let's go to the next question. Now, I know most of you would be thinking that this question is very difficult. There is a organic thing coming up and there is a reaction coming up. We need to understand the reaction. But guys, just pay attention to the question. You will answer this question within 2 minutes or 1 minute, I will say. Such is the easiness of this question. Let's see how to do it. Now we are giving the question says that 86 gram of aniline is converted into acetanilide, okay, with 90% efficiency, and mass of acetanilide is given is this one. The mass of acetanilide which is formed is given this one, x into 10 to the power minus 2 gram. Okay, now what we need to do is that we just need to make few equations and you will get to know the answer very easily. How? Let's see. Now in the case of aniline, what is the formula? This one. So molecular mass we need to find. Molecular mass will be equal to 72 plus 14 plus 6. How much it is? Quickly guys, with me. It's 7, sorry. How much it is? 319. It's 93. So 93 is the molecular mass of aniline. Okay. What is the molecular mass of acetanilide? Quickly. Molecular mass is equal to 96 plus 9 plus 14 plus 16. How much it is? 135. Okay, we got the molecular mass of aniline, we got the molecular mass of acetanilide. Okay, now the question says 86 gram of aniline is converted into acetanilide with 90% efficiency. Okay, 86 gram of this converted into this with 90% efficiency. So let's approach this question. According to the reaction, 93 gram of aniline is converted into acetanilide with the weight of 135 gram. So 86 gram of aniline is converted into how much of acetanilide? 135 into 86 divided by 93. Okay, the equation we got like that. And another thing, it says that the mass of acetanilide formed is x into 10 to the power minus 2 gram, but the efficiency of this conversion is 90%. It means whatever we got here, this mass, 90% of this is actually formed. It means 90 into 100 we need to multiply with this equation, with this formula. Okay, we just solve the equation. Whatever mass we get will ultimately give us the value of x. Let's see the solution. See, as we have discussed, this is the accurate solution of solution as well as how to proceed for the such simple questions, you know. It's totally not brainy. You just need to remember few things, how to apply the little equation side and how to get the 90% efficiency. Just multiply the 90 by the 270, 2.7, you get 2.43. Okay, 2.43 is grams. Here we have given in the form of 10 to the power minus 2. So what we'll do is that 2.43 we can write it as 243 into 10 to the power minus 2. 243 is the right answer.
243 is the right answer as it is given here. 243. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Now this question says that 3 moles of acetylene are in equilibrium with liquid form of benzene. Okay, 3 moles of acetylene are in equilibrium with 3 moles of benzene. Gibbs free energy of acetylene is given as 2.4 into 10 to the power 5 joule. Similarly, G of benzene is given as minus 1.4 into 10 to the power minus 5 joule. It says find log 10K at 25 degrees Celsius. It's a very lame question, I will say. Just you need to know one formula. Just repeat it with me. What is it? I know you know the formula, but then you need to tell me what is it. Delta G naught. Why not? Equilibrium. Equilibrium means delta G naught is equal to delta G naught of reaction, because here the reaction is taking place. Though the reaction is in equilibrium, it's actually taking place. So delta G reaction is equal to minus R T ln K equilibrium. Okay, this is the basic formula you need to apply here. And delta GR क्या होता है? What is delta GR? Delta GR is the Gibbs free energy change of a reaction, which comes out to be delta GR of a reaction is equal to Gibbs free energy of products minus Gibbs free energy of reactants. So what we'll do is that in the case of product we have benzene. What is the value? Minus 1.4 into 10 raised to power 5 minus Gibbs free energy of reactant. Reactant here is acetylene. Another important thing is that we have the 3 coefficient in front of acetylene. We need to multiply that coefficient while writing the Gibbs free energy. How? 3 into 2.4 into 10 raised to power 5. Okay. A simple calculation is there to find the delta GR naught. Once you get the delta GR naught, you just put this value into this equation. We know what is R. R is 8.314. We know temperature 25 degrees Celsius means 298 Kelvin, and we know K equilibrium. Okay. Ultimately what we need to find is that log 10 of K. So we need not to get the log values of K. Ultimately we can find it in the form of log only. Let's see how the solution is being given. Nice. It is in the same way as I explained, right? How? Delta G is given as in the case of product minus reactants. Same equation, solve it, you get it in the joule format. Then you put this value into the equation here and you ultimately get the answer 150.72. Let's see what the key says. Key says the same as we got the same answer. Let's go to the next question. The next question says, let me read the question and I will tell you, is it easy, difficult, layman question or just a NCERT concept? The de Broglie's wavelength of a proton and an alpha particle is same. Sorry guys. Yeah, calculate the ratio of their velocities. Very easy question. In the first shift also, in the morning, we had discussed the same thing regarding the de Broglie's wavelength concept. In case you guys remember, in case you similar guys are seeing the same video, you would have been remembering that de Broglie's wavelength is lambda, which is equal to h upon p. De Broglie, lambda dB. Okay, it is equal to h upon p. H is Planck's constant, p is momentum. Now let's write this equation for a proton and an alpha particle. Okay, so lambda of proton is equal to h upon mass of proton into velocity of proton. One equation. Second, lambda of alpha particle is equal to h upon mass of alpha particle into velocity of alpha particle. Now we know a concept also. If you don't know, see, it's a very simple thing. What is it? Mass of alpha particle is equal to 4 times mass of proton. Now I hope you know what is alpha particle. In case you don't know, alpha particle is helium 2 positive ion.
perfect, I mean specifically it is a cation. Okay, so just do one thing, put this equation, put this mass into this equation, you will get lambda p upon lambda alpha is equal to 1 upon MPVP, here M alpha V alpha. Another thing important is that what is given, de Broglie's wavelength is same, so this get cancelled, comes out to be 1. It means V alpha upon Vp equals MP upon M alpha. What is MP upon M alpha? MP upon alpha is equal to 1 by 4. Okay, just write it directly, 1 by 4, and see what is the right answer. Did we do correctly or are we wrong? Let's see. Yup, we are right. Just reverse this equation, reverse this equality, you will get 1 by 4 only. Okay, right answer. Let's go to the next question. Now this question says that the freezing point of benzene is 5.5 degrees Celsius. Freezing point of benzene is 5.5 degrees Celsius, and if 10 gram of butane is added or mixed in 200 gram of benzene, calculate the freezing point of solution. Tell us the freezing point of solution. Now here we will notice one thing is that when this compound C4H10 is added into benzene, that is C6H6, it acts as a solute. It's a solute, and this is a solvent. Now we have the benzene. It's benzene C6H6. Now in C6H6, it's a completely organic compound. When we add C4H10, it is completely a miscible compound in benzene. Means it gets completely miscible in benzene and doesn't dissociate at all. Okay, there is no any kind of dissociation of C4H10 in benzene. When there is no dissociation, at that moment Van 't Hoff factor, that is I, is equal to 1. So here I is equal to 1. Okay, we got I is equal to 1. Now we need to apply the formula. Delta TF is what? The depression in freezing point equals small m. Tell me what is it? Molality into Kf, cryoscopic constant, into I. Now I is what? 1. So delta TF is equal to molality. Now molality is what? Moles of solute, that is 10 upon, what is the weight of C4H10? 58, into weight of solvent in kg. In kg means 200 into 1000. Okay, and we know what is Kf given here, 5.12 into 5.12. Delta TF we need to write. Delta TF will be equal to temperature of solvent minus temperature of solution equal to this whole whatever this is. So you just need to solve it. It come here. What we need to find is that the freezing point of solution. You will get this T solution by solving this very simple equation. Okay, I will just show the I will directly show you the answer so that you can relate did you did right or not. Okay, as I told you, we gave the same equation, we solved it, we put the values, we got the answer. Many guys would be thinking that sir को आता ही नहीं है,
Sir, don't know how to calculate. Sir, always skip it. Guys, we don't have time. We just need to cover all these questions quickly. You just need to get the gist of how you would have approached the answers. How would you have approached the answers? And in case students are waiting to give the JEE mains in the coming months or in the coming shifts, they must be knowing what are the ways of getting to the answers. Instead of solving it properly, going to the answer in a long way, just get the short way. Okay, so this is the right answer, 1.09 degree Celsius. Now let's go to the next question. Okay, now this question is a bit lengthy, okay, and important one. So in case you guys would have solved these questions, kudos, good for you. And in case you couldn't, don't worry, don't feel unhappy, because it required time. Okay, though it's a very simple question based upon very simple concepts also. Let's see how to do it. Now we are told that if H plus concentration change from 1 molar to 10 to the power minus 5 molar, find the change in electropotential of MnO4 minus to Mn2 plus, assuming MnO4 minus concentration and Mn2 plus concentration is 1 molar. Okay, now let's see first. We are asked about the electrode potential of MnO4 minus conversion to Mn2 plus. Let's see it. Let's write it. MnO4 minus gives Mn2 plus. Okay, this is our equation. Now let's see, is it a reduction reaction or an oxidation reaction? Let's see. In the case of manganese, we need to find its charge on the manganese. Here it is, x minus 8 is equal to minus 1. Yeah, x is equal to 7 plus 7, here plus 2. So guys, what is happening? The charge is getting reduced. It means it's a reduction reaction. It's a reduction reaction. Okay, let's quickly balance this equation so that we can come up to the right solution format where we need to go. Let's balance this equation by using the ion electron method. I know you would be knowing how to do the ion electron method. Let's bear with me for a couple of seconds so that we can do it quickly. Here manganese balanced, right. Next step is balance the oxygens. Here we have 4 oxygen, here we add 4 H2O. Now as the reaction is taking place in the acidic medium, how? We have H plus ions. So what we do is that for balancing the H ions we add H plus, for balancing the H we add H plus ions. Here we have 8 H, we add here 8 H plus. Okay, now we have to balance the charge. Here we have 8 plus 8 minus 1, 7. Here we have plus 7 on the left side, total charge. On the right side we have plus 2. How to balance the charge? By adding the electrons. It means in this equation on the right side we add 5 electrons. That's it. This is a simple equation you need to know. Once you get to this equation, next you need to know a formula, and this answer, this question solving is a cakewalk. Okay, so it means in the reduction of this ion to manganese 2 positive, 5 electrons takes place. Okay, 5 electrons takes place in the reduction of this whole reduction reaction, I mean to say. Okay, it means let's donate the number of electrons that takes place into reaction is Yn, it equal to 5. Okay, you just need to remember this thing. Now let's go to the, now don't worry, we will write this equation again. Okay, we need to just wait kids. Okay,
Sir, press cancel, sir. Okay.
Okay, now we need to get to the right equation. Okay, now we have this equation, just mark it 1. Now the question says when H plus concentration is 1 molar, at that time let's find the electrode potential. How? E1 equal to E0 minus RT by NF
ln of, yeah, I mean take a log, we put the log of concentrations, concentration of Mn2 positive divide by concentration of Mn4 and concentration of H plus raised to the power 8. Don't forget to raise the power, okay? It's very important, else you will regret. So now see, in the case of first condition, when H plus concentration is 1 molar only, and also we have told that MnO4 minus and Mn2 plus concentration will be 1 molar. Just put directly, quickly these values into this and this. 1, 1, 1 means log 1. Log 1 means, yeah, log 1 means 0. So this whole becomes 0. This factor also becomes 0. It means E1 equals to E0. One thing, remember this thing, okay? E1 is equal to E0. Okay. Now, okay, this is E1 is equal to E0. Similarly, you need to find electrode potential when the H plus concentration changes from 1 molar to 10 to the power minus 4 molar. Okay, let's go to it. See, as I told you, in the first case, just put the values. See, in the first case, yeah, put the values, you will get E1 is equal to E0 as log of 1 is equal to 0. In the case of second case, E2 is equal to, apply the same formula, okay, here N we have discussed, right? N is 5. 5 is the number of electrons which are taking place in the reaction. So N is 5. Apply the same formula, same way, okay, and what you will get you will get is the answer, that is 0.3776. Okay, this is the answer for this question. I told you how to approach this question. First of all, whenever you have given the half cell reaction, be it redox cell reaction or oxidation cell reaction, first balance it, get to know the number of electrons which are taking place into the reaction, get to know the coefficients of the concerned ions, okay, and then approach the equation by using the Nernst equation. Let's go to the next question quickly. Yeah, I know why you're appearing late, dude. Okay, let's go. Now, next question says V ml of hydrocarbon C6H5 requires 6 V volume of oxygen for complete combustion and forms 4 V ml of CO2. Determine why. Okay, we need to write the equation of combustion. How? See, C6H5 plus X plus Y by 4 O2 gives X CO2 plus Y by 2 H2O. So this is a general equation of combustion in the forms of X and Y when we don't know the coefficient, when we don't know how many carbons are present and how many hydrogens are present in a hydrocarbon. Okay, now it says V ml of C6H5 requires 6 V ml of oxygen for the complete combustion and forms 4 V ml of CO2, means this. Got it, guys? 4 V ml of CO2. Whenever such kind of question arrives to you and they ask, tell us the value of X and Y, do one thing, just directly use the mole to mole analysis. Okay, directly use the mole to mole analysis and you will directly get the answers. Here we will use the mole ratio analysis. How? We have stoichiometric coefficient 1, in the case, this case X plus Y by 4 and with the volume 6V, in the case X with the volume 4V. We will take the ratio of stoichiometric coefficient to the volume of each compound and equate it. How? See, 1 by V equals X plus Y by 4 divided by 6V equals X by 4V. Okay, now compare these two, this one and this one. V se V gaya, I mean V cancelled, we got X is equal to 4. One thing, now we need to find Y. Simply, the way we did it, we will do in this case. We cancel V with the V, what we get is that X plus Y by 4 is equal to 6. Got it? x is 4, put it here, 4 plus y by 4 is equal to 6. 4 goes to the right, y by 4 is equal to 2 and y is equal to 8. Okay, it means this hydrocarbon is C4H8. But what we need to find is that y. So y is 8. Okay, let's see the right answer. I hope I have done properly. Yes and yes. The key says 8 answer. Got it? Let's go to the next question. The question says that determine the volume occupied by 4.75 gram acetylene gas at 740 mmHg pressure, 740 mmHg pressure and 50 degree Celsius temperature. We are given R. Guys, just pay attention to this question and you will see how to do it. It's very simple. Just pay attention. I hope you would have known by now. You just need to apply the ideal gas equation to this question. Just apply PV is equal to nRT. N is number of moles, and how to find the number of moles? Given mass by molecular mass of acetylene gas. T is given 50, converted into the kelvins. R is given 0.0826. Put all the factors, we will get the volume. Now pressure is given as 740 mmHg. To convert it into atmospheric pressure, what we do is that we divide it by 760. This is the atmospheric pressure. Okay. Directly see the answer. We get the volume as 5 liter. Right? Last question of the series. Just pay attention, bear with me. It's an important concept. Okay. The question says sucrose gives glucose and fructose, okay, and follows the first order reaction. The question says T half of the reaction is 3.3 hours and it says that F is the fraction which remains after 9 hours. Fraction of what? Reactant. Reactant is sucrose. Okay, find out the value of 100 into log of 1 by F. Okay, just to get the answer of this question, stay with me to understand a little concept regarding the T half, that is half-life. Now we know half-life means when the concentration of the reactant reduces to half, at that point the time takes for the concentration of reactant to reduces to half is T half of the reaction, that is half-life of the reaction. Okay, so suppose this is half-life elapsed, half-lives, this is fraction of the reactant remained. Okay, now see fraction of the reactant. Fraction of the reactant remained. So for the after the first half-life, how much is the fraction of reactant which will remain? Half. Right? That is the definition of half-life. Means initially we have X amount of reactant, after half-life X by 2 amount of reactant will remain and this fraction will be half. After the second half-life, how much of the reactant will remain? Half of what was there. Half of half means 1 by 2 square. After the third half-life, how much will it remain? Half of this one means 1 by 2 cube. So can you see a pattern? With every half-life increasing, the power to the 2 also increases. It means after n half-lives, the fraction of the reactant which remains is 1 by 2 raised to power n. Got it? N, got it, 1 by 2 raised to power n. This is the important concept. If you know the concept, you know the answer. Okay, let's proceed for the answer. Question says find out the value of 100 into log 1 by F. And what is F? F is fraction of the fraction remaining of sucrose at 9 hours. For nth half-life, F is equal to 1 upon 2n. F means fraction of reactant remained. Now what is n? N here is time which is available, time which is given, okay, for which this fraction is asked. For us 9 hours is the time for which the f is given. It is time given divided by t half. So 9 divided by, what is t half? 3.3, and it comes out to be approximately 2.7. I hope I got the right calculation. 2.7 must be right. Okay, so we got n is equal to 2.7. But put this value into f is equal to 1 upon 2 raised to power 2.7. Okay, f is equal to 1 upon 2 raised to power 2.7. But what we need to find is that log of f. So what we do is that we take log of f is equal to log of 1 minus log of 2 raised to power 2.7. Log of 1 goes to be 0. Log of f is equal to minus of 2.7 into log of 2. Okay, this is what we got. And if we, right, okay, and if we inverse it, this minus sign if comes here, if this minus sign comes here, what we get is that log of 1 by f. I hope this much calculation you knows, guys. You are preparing for JEE Mains. You know this minus sign if comes on the right side, this log 1 by f can be written as log of 1 by f. It is equal to 2.7 into log of 2. Okay, multiply it by 100, you get your answer. Let's see. Nice, we got the right value of n, 2.7. And here also 100 into 0.81, 0.81 we got from 2.7 into 0.3 is equal to 0.81. 100 into 0.81 is equal to 81. Let's see what is the right answer. Exactly, we got the right answer as 81. So these are the questions which came into, which most probably, and we will say 99.99% came into the second shift of JEE Main examination in the chemistry section. Okay, I hope you guys would have gone through all the concepts which are being taught to you right now. I know it was lengthy one, there were many calculations available here which were required to do. Okay, but then I know you would be preparing, you are preparing, so for you these calculations are nothing. You know, if you are doing it well, you can easily excel in these questions. And another important thing, I know I need to say, but it is important. Okay, why? Because I am saying it. See, JEE Main Crash Course 2021. Now right now I gave you the answers regarding the JEE Main questions with respect to chemistry only. Okay, but important thing is that today this is February month, we have March, we have April, and JEE Main is still left, guys. You still have the time to crack the exam, to excel into your rankings. Okay, so what you need to do is that go to the Skyget app, log in into the app, cover the entire syllabus. Okay, means we have 90 classes covering the JEE Main syllabus, and trust me, all these classes are covered by excellent IIT faculty. Trust me, I don't want to boast, but it's like that only. Another thing is that we have unlimited doubt clearing sessions. Okay, you cover the classes, you feel any doubt, come to us, we will give you the proper solution of your doubt. Another thing, ACPs. What are ACPs? After class practice sessions. Means whenever you will go through these 90 classes one by one, after every class you will have an after class practice session in which you will be having some lot of questions, solve it, get the answers. You don't get it, come back to us, we will help you in solving the answers. Okay, another important thing, All India live test series. Means you solve the questions, you solve the All India live tests which are available on the app, and what you will get is the All India analytics of your performance. You get the performance, you know where you stand, and you know where you need to practice. Okay, so hunt this app, hunt this project, and just get the right thing. for your career. Okay. But another important thing for you, the JEE crash course right now is totally free for you. Okay, right now it's totally free for the time being, so just don't miss the opportunity. These kind of opportunities rarely come. If it is coming, just grab it, get it, crack the JEE, give yourself a fame. Okay, thank you. I would like to ask Srinivasan to come.
Okay, sir, we are receiving a tremendous response from the students. Okay, sir, and I'm very happy. Karan sir, you have to believe me, we are getting a huge response.
Exactly.
The students very thankful, very thankful. You are just recognizing our hard work and what we are doing. Not only our hard work, students, you have to understand this word here. Free now, yes, students, we are providing everything for free. It is a great opportunity, and utilize this opportunity, students. And as Sir said, we are having still the JEE is on. In March, you are going to write exams. In April, you are going to write exams. And we are wishing you very all the best, students. We'll come frequently, and we are going to explain you each and every shift. As I told you, we will explain you with a clear and in detailed explanation, students.
Exactly. And in case you still have doubt, just contact us. We have our online sessions, we have our app. Just feel free to contact and get your doubt cleared.
Yes, post your doubt.
Okay.
Within no time, we are going to clarify your doubt, students. Yes,
Exactly.
friends. Thank you a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Keep preparing well. See you soon.
Thank
Bye,
you.
students. Take care.
Bye bye. चलो हो गया टाइम क्या हो गया 6:30